let's get right into it. The dailies are here. There's a lot of excitement on the papers. Alan Cash has been granting interview after interview after interview after interview.
Star boy.
His season had done
His
come.
season.
All right, so Daily Graphic has some headlines here. Let me give that to you. We'll start with that. 400 school children stranded. Rainstorm rips off school roof. Okay, and it has it's the Manley Dada Basic School building. Yeah, that's a very, very serious situation there that needs to be addressed ASAP. Scrap Article 71. It's unfair TUC charges. And Ghana on course for EU timber trade license. And CJ advocates financial independence of judiciary. Now, that call, I think, is long overdue. Mm-hmm. You know, the arms of government have to be independent, so that they check each other.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
If somebody's hand is in another person's mouth, are you going to agitate? Oh.
It won't work. All right, so on the Ghanaian Times, we have measures to ensure public health safety. FDA to clamp down on media over promotion of unapproved medicines. I like that. And I think it should go all the way down to social media too.
Yeah.
Very, very important because there are a lot of things being promoted on social media that are so dangerous.
It's almost like an ungoverned space.
Yes.
And we have to be very, very, very aggressive when it comes to, checking out what goes on social media because it's a space that people literally just sit in their rooms and do whatever they feel like doing, thinking that they can get away with it. You know? Of course, I mean, I must say that kudos to the Ghana police. The cyber crime unit is really, up and, doing as far as arresting people who get reported.
Right.
For doing things. And when you go and lodge a complaint about something that happened on social media, they will jump on the case and deal with it. But I also don't think that we should leave the space open and wait for complaints to come in. That's where I'm looking at this from. We should be so aggressive about it that people will be circumspect. They'll think about it twice before they go putting things out that shouldn't be put out. Right.
Especially things that people either consume or put on their body. That's very important. Especially like when you look at the skincare industry, there's been a lot of formulations, backyard formulations, and they put out there and they're selling to give you skin glow, beautiful skin and all that. And it's become a problem. It's become a problem. And even this happened just here in Nigeria, where the NAFDAC, which is like equivalent to FDA, it's going around arresting these big companies, that are putting out skincare products out there saying, oh yeah, it's NAFDAC approved, it's NAFDAC approved. But meanwhile, some of them are not. So they are like, you're telling people it's NAFDAC approved. So
we have approved it.
So we've come to check and then they realize that, okay, maybe we've approved this, but this and this has not been approved.
So they have an approval for maybe one of their products and then they just say, all the products are approved. Fire burn you.
All right, so 38th National Farmers Day to be held in Western Region. Ghana to save $2 billion in 2023 from external debt service suspension. And that's it. Police chase man for allegedly poisoning girlfriend to that.
Yeah, that's,
wow.
This thing is becoming one too many.
Wow.
Becoming one too many, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. We have the business finder here. It says 11-point tech roadmap agreed. Dr. Baumia and IT experts discuss accelerated digitalization. Fruit vegetable farmers must enhance intra-Africa trade. Okay, and quick loan services for Access Bank customers. These are the stories on the front page of the Business Finder.
All right, so my last paper here being the Daily Guide. Mahama girl trolled over car bribe comment. Stay focused, we'll win, and that's by Baumia. Kojo Poko endorses VIP. Ken launches donation platform.
All right. I have the Chronicle. That's my final paper. It says here, we want financial freedom, CJ Tokonu tells government. And I think it's also an important call at this point in time. Canadian Japan launches fundraising short code *797#. VIP meets IT experts over digital transformation agenda. And the scripture on the front page of the Chronicle today is Psalm 119, verse 45. I will walk about in freedom, for I have sought out your precepts. Okay. Yeah, be the city of financial freedom.
Right.
So.
All right, so pick up your phones, your tablets, or your laptops, and let's head over to citynewsroom.com and check out some of the headlines together. Mm-hmm. I'll face off NPP leaders if they attempt to discredit me, Alan warns.
Okay.
And at the top trending stories, we have Savannah Regional Minister to engage traditional authorities to relocate flood victims. Citi TV honors top 10 contestants of the Literacy Challenge 2023, all set for 2023 City Business Olympics at Eden Heights on Saturday. And Ghanaians lament as Kolebu increases cost of dialysis. This broke my heart.
Yeah.
Because
it's gone more than double.
It's gone more
now, than... Now, the interesting thing about it is that Kolebu seems to have retracted based on the public outcry against the prices and said that it has to go to Parliament first, but it wasn't something they were really, putting in place.
But you already put it out there.
But even the PRO had come to say that and defended that they were going to implement. Interestingly, it appears that, and this is Akando from Parliament, MP Akando, says that other labs, private labs, are actually charging less than the new rate that Kolebu wants to charge, which means that they could do it even at the price of what other private labs are doing. But because it's a government facility, it should even be cheaper because it's supposed to provide a service for the people, not out for profit, as it were, So anyway, I mean, it's going to go to Parliament. We're going to see what's going to happen, Yeah, but it's... I understand that Kolebu needs money, but the thing is that we have to be better, more efficient at running our systems. So if there are some things that, if you go to Kolebu, I mean, honestly, you realize that the thousands that throng Kolebu on a daily basis, Kolebu shouldn't be struggling.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Even if they need money so badly.
So where's the money
Let us think
going?
about all the people that come through there.
Yeah, where's the money going? It's a question.
I'm actually really hurt reading this. Like, it hurts me. So what about the person that doesn't earn, even up to, let's say, 2,000 a month, and, you're caught up with a situation that you need dialysis? How are you even going to pay that 700 a week?
We set up our systems to make people thieves. Because you literally have to steal to find the money, to beg or steal to get the money. And we're surprised that, people are hoarding, millions illegally in places.
And then you see people go out there to protest and then you have a problem with it. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, a couple more headlines. Canadian Japan's campaign team courts support of Alan's supporters. Okay. Initiate policies to provide opportunities for youth. Federation of Labour speaking. I wasn't Kufuor's favorite in 2007 flag bearer race. This is Alan speaking. He was on the Point of View with Bernard Avalon. He says, I remember I was watching it and he was saying that, he wasn't even top, he wasn't even the second. He was, I think it was like a third in terms of what Kufuor mentioned and said Nanado was, the first person, and he was going to support, But anyway, let's see how all of this plays out. He's granted a lot of interviews these days. There are more bitter people in MPP, but they haven't resigned. John Boydru throws a jab at Alan. And Kolebu's dialysis price increase illegal and outrageous. This is coming from the minority in Parliament. Okay, well, that's it for the news review. Sports is next. Don't go anywhere. All right, on the sporting front, we have news from CAF. Now, the Executive Committee of the Confederation of African Football announced on Wednesday that Morocco would host the 2025 edition of the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations. The decision was taken during the meeting of the CAF Executive Committee on Wednesday. Now, Morocco will be hosting Africa's flagship event for the second time, 35 years after the North African country staged the competition in 1988. At the same meeting, CAF also announced that Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda will host the 2027 AFCON. It will be the first time that a tournament will be hosted by 3 countries. And I think it's also the first time that it's going to be hosted down south, so it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, not down south, like East Africa. All right, so Carabao Cup news. Newcastle United eliminated Manchester City on Wednesday. Who would have thought? In the Carabao Cup following a 1-0 win at St. James's Park. Alexander Isak's second half goal, was the difference as the Magpies made it to round 4, where they will face holders Manchester United. In some other results, Liverpool beat Leicester City 3-1 at Anfield via goals from Cody Gakpo, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Diogo Jota. Arsenal beat Brentford 1-0. West Ham went past Lincoln by the same score, and Chelsea got a win against Brighton, also via 1-0 score. Well done, Chelsea. In the 4th round, Chelsea will take on Blackburn, West Ham host Arsenal, Everton face Burnley, and Bournemouth host Liverpool. And so